Public sound.
Oh, hi there. I've been asked to give an address to the students of UCSD. I want you guys to know that we here at the Koala feel your pain. We understand. We're right there with you. And when you talk about real pain, I saw something horrible today. Something that's been haunting me. You know, every time I close my eyes, I just can't get the image out of my head. We've been drinking for all of the people who currently are so angry that they can't drink. We've been pouring sips on the concrete, and that helps, but the worst part is that we're trying to understand truly what UCSD is going through. We've been drinking pop-off without chaser. Have you ever seen the look on a person's face when they take a shot of pop-off without chasing it with some purple drink? It's truly a horrific sight. Look, and another thing, you have to really ask who's the one to blame here. You know, everyone says that they're the victim. Really, I'm the fucking victim. Every single time I walk into any open and honest debate or into an AS Council meeting, I cause magic. I walk in, and by mere incantation alone, people start crying, the Nation of Islam appears, and the possibility of equality at UCSD suddenly becomes a reality. I'm like a fucking wizard. I can just utter a phrase, Nigralis totalis, and suddenly all of these things happen. And you gotta ask yourself, why do I have so much power? Now I understand everyone says, you know, it's not you, we're not giving you power. I'm not. It's so ludicrous. Any other possibility, which is that, oh, you know, you don't understand and you don't know about the look, I've taken these fucking doc. You know, we've all been through MMW and doc and all these other things. We know. Just because we know about it doesn't mean that when you give me the power, it's not magic. The other explanation is so unlikely that I would rather accept magic. It makes a fucking hell of a lot more sense that I'm actually just a magician. I mean, I'm wearing a robe already. I use this as my wand. Basically, I'm like a liaison between the races wizard. I come in, I incant, you know, suddenly moon pies are being sold all over Library Walk by the Nation of Islam. Some fucking cool ass shit. And on the subject of this Compton lynching thing, you know, we have this whole plan to really threaten. So we realize that the best way to threaten someone is to take your threat and put it in a locked office and that no one can get into, and then knowing that their outrage will cause them to break in, then they can have access to our threat, right? But there's so much more evidence that you guys didn't even see. Shit, I mean, there's so many other things that we wanted to say. We've got, sorry, there's grease all over this, but, you know, things with real meaning, you know, like angry cornbread or drive-by entitlement. And we had, you know, we came with Compton bitching. I don't know, that one, it seemed like Compton lynching was a little better. And then watermelon drop out. I think that's actually a UCSD event. I think they're going to have like Sun God or something after we all get arrested by ourselves. I'd like to finish with the idea. Actually, it started with a debate, a really feverish debate that I think is gripping the school in a way that nobody's really talked about. And the question is, if you had the choice between giving up the pleasure on the following two things, which one would you pick? Shitting or pissing? Now, I mean, people have really, this has really polarized people. I mean, I have friends thinking about this constantly. Basically, that's all I talk about, all I think about, and they're basically, it comes down to two sides here, really. Everyone seems to contend that if you're a male, you prefer pissing. And, I mean, it's a clear argument that, yeah, pooping's fun and all, but you can piss on things, and it's socially acceptable for you to piss on things. You know, because we're talking about, you know, social stereotypes and what's okay and what's not. And the way I see this whole thing is that everyone likes to piss on a fire. I mean, it's fun if you've ever pissed on a fire. You know this. And I start to think of it as usually when you piss on the fire, you're trying to put the fire out, or so it would seem. But see, the whole cultural stigma that we have, hundreds of years of pissing on fire oppression, that's not the point. The point is not to put the fire out. I think the point is to piss on one of the logs until the log gets so cold that it breaks. And you know what happens to that fire? It's so angry that that log broke. It jumps up and tries to burn your fucking dick off. But just because the fire wants to burn your cock off, does that mean that pissing on the fire was wrong? Were you not justified in wanting to piss on the fire? Think about that. I have some newspapers to read.